prevent you from being listened to. All it does is it prevents the camera from seeing you. So no, if he believes that it actually prevents hacking, then we all need to just go home because we're lost.
But how can the FBI not be on top of all of these things? Like, seriously, I find it hard to believe.
Well, isn't that the question? I mean, seriously, is that not the question? I mean, when maybe they are, and they're trying to delude us for some bizarre reason, because when they came to Apple and said, we can't get into this phone, they could. They had the device from Celebrite to do it. So no, that's utter complete nonsense. It's nonsense. But I actually believe that the director's using tape. I mean, because it sounded legitimate. It sounded like he was being sincere. What it shows is he does not understand cyber science at all. Which means that maybe the whole FBI does not understand it. Because really, if you're at the head of the FBI and cyber science is 90% of your work and you don't understand it, we have a problem either way you look at it. No matter how you approach this situation, it's tragic. And it bodes ill for me and you and all Americans. Please. I mean, it's so obvious.
All right, John, we're going to take a short break right now. When we're back, we'll continue speaking to John McAfee, cybersecurity pioneer, discussing issues of personal privacy and digital safety in today's technology-centered world. Stay tuned.
Brazil's acute political crisis. The president has already been impeached by the country's lower house of parliament. Now the Senate will decide her fate. We're told it's all about corruption in a country consumed by corruption. Critics claim this is a legislative-driven coup and that forces within Brazil and abroad demand the return of the neoliberal economic model.
It's 1/3 of the coastal marshes in the country. It's 1/4 of its seafood. It's a generator of income without equal in America.
What's more, in the 1950s, the oil industry came to Louisiana. Now, Louisiana produces 1/3 of the nation's oil and gas, but the government still wants more.
They are getting millions of dollars a day, taking royalties from lands that are owned by private landowners because the land has gone below.
Flooding the land is the consequence of drilling. It didn't stop the oil companies. Now they drill in the sea.
I'm 55 years old and I've never seen it before. Before BP, we never seen it.
So what will be left of Louisiana for the next generation?
The main thing that people need to understand looking at this is a marsh. This should be a beautiful, green, vibrant marsh. It's all dead.
Tokyo Power Company is responsible for Fukushima disaster. And so with Japanese people seeing the success of allowing this private enterprise to create a nuclear holocaust, they're going to give TPP status okay to make like 100 Tokyo Power companies so that the destruction of Fukushima will be magnified 100 times.
Побывать на Келдыше в рейсе – это событие.
Клянусь соблюдать морские законы и беречь экологию Арктики.
Россия претендует на огромный участок.